Hey guys, it's Mackenzie. Welcome back to my channel. So this is the follow-up video to my Ship With Me Part 1 that I uploaded yesterday. You may be able to notice that I am not shipping. I have already shipped all of these items that I'm going to be talking about. So my original plan was to film myself shipping all 50 items that sold from that Thursday to Tuesday span. However, I got to the end of the first part, the end of shipping the first 25 items, so that would be the end of last video, and I was just exhausted. My camera died, my hair was driving me crazy, I didn't have it up in a bun that day, and there's something else. Oh, the post office was closing and I did have to get all of those packages out, so it really just wasn't in the cards for me to film all 50 items on camera, me shipping, and I was actually just going to scrap all the footage. I wasn't going to upload a Ship With Me. However, I rewatched the footage from the first video and I realized that I think there's a really good balance of information within this weekend of sales, of 50 sales. So the first part of the weekend, I think it was Friday, I did send out a whole lot of offers to likers on items that I really wanted to move out. They had been sitting in my closet for quite a while, and I think, you know, that's important to know or to see what pieces have sat for me for a long time, and also, you know, what items needed that extra push to get out the door. They needed maybe a shipping discount or a lower offer. So I think, you know, that's important. And then also on, it was either Saturday or Sunday of that weekend, I did upload 30 items, all from my last thrift haul that I uploaded. It's called like my favorite thrift haul. I'll link it down below. And I uploaded all 30 of those items, and several of them sold same day or next day. You will see them in this list that I have here. So, you know, I think there is a good balance of information there. You see some items that sat, that didn't sell for an amazing profit, again, that needed that extra push, and then we have several items that sold very quickly for a great return on investment. So I think there is some good information. I did want to follow through and go ahead and film this and get these up for you guys. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. We are continuing on with sales from that Thursday to Tuesday stretch, and next up we have this vintage lamb's wool cozy extra large grandpa cardigan. A lot of these oversized vintage grandpa style sweaters and cardigans are made of 100% acrylic, which is a less expensive fabric. It also can be scratchier and more uncomfortable. So anytime it's like a lamb's wool or a cashmere blend, I'm more inclined to buy that piece. I also knew I could model this. I could make it, you know, look marketable and trendy, and also seasonality was definitely a factor. We're going into cooler weather. So this sold for $20 with a shipping discount. I think I had it listed for about 2 weeks maybe. My earnings were $13.88. I paid $2. I got this from my local outlet, so my net profit was $11.88. I will continue to pick this style of sweater up. Next up we have Adidas by Stella McCartney belted trouser pants, and this is my first time ever finding Adidas for Stella McCartney, the collab, so I was pretty excited, and I think I was kind of blinded by the brand on these pants. I was so excited to find the collab that I didn't really take the style into consideration. So they are just a basic pair of pants, and you know, they are a low rise. High rise typically it does best for me, and they're just kind of basic. So I probably wouldn't pick up something from this collab, Adidas by Stella McCartney, unless, you know, it has multiple things going for it. It's a good style, it's a good size, good fabric, and not just brand alone going forward. However, you know, I am glad that I did pick them up. I did experiment with them. That's always important. Now I know. So they sold for $20. My earnings were $16. I paid $7, and my net profit was $9. I would say these took about a month and a half to sell. Next we have the shirt by Rachelle Barons. It's a leopard button-down shirt. I just wrote down all of my Poshmark titles, so that's why it might be a little awkward sounding. So this sold for $25 with a shipping discount. My earnings were $17.88. I paid $2 at Goodwill. It was the color tag of the day, and my net profit was $15.88 on this shirt. So this did sit for quite a long time. I would say about 6 months. I kept seeing this brand. It's called The Shirt by Rachelle Barons. I kept seeing it everywhere, mostly at my regularly priced Goodwill stores, and I didn't really want to pay $7. I don't like to kind of pay up for items that I haven't sold before, brands I haven't sold before, because I kind of like to test the waters with a lower cost of goods. And so when I saw that this shirt was the color tag of the day, I grabbed it. And just to see how it sold. So because it sat for quite a while, and it also didn't sell for a very high profit, I think I got a couple offers of 20, and I kept turning them down because I was hoping that I could sell it for a little bit more, but it just wasn't commanding a higher price. And so in the future, I probably would not pay up for this brand, but if I did see it at the Goodwill bins or, you know, my local outlet, I probably would grab it again. I also think it helped that it was a leopard print. Leopard has been very trendy recently. So next we have a Free People New Romantics Stole My Heart dress. This had embroidery. It was so pretty. It also had some like metal chain detailing on the arms. It was really nice. I definitely thought this would sell a little bit faster because it is from their New Romantics line, which does typically do better for me than just straight Free People. But you know, that kind of shows that every Free People piece is different. All the styles do differently, and this one just sat for a little bit longer. I think I've had this for maybe a couple months now. I would probably pick it up again if it was under $5. It did sell for $25 with a shipping discount. My earnings were $17.88. I did pay $4, so my net profit was $13.88. Next we have a Lucky brand Lucky Lotus embroidered sweatshirt. And I actually grabbed this at the Goodwill bins in Austin, and I was there last year. So this has been in my closet for about a year now. It was a size small, and so I think it probably would have sold a little bit quicker if it was a larger size. I have noticed that within the Lucky brand. So, you know, from now on, I think going forward, I will probably only pick up Lucky brand if it's a larger size combined with embroidery. Embroidery from Lucky does pretty well. Specifically, the Lucky Lotus line I have noticed does a little bit better. So this sold for $15 with discounted shipping. My earnings were $9.88. I probably paid, I would say $1 or $1.50 at the Austin bins. We'll say $2. My net profit was $7.88. Next is a pair of Soludos neutral canvas platform smoking loafer shoes. So these shoes sold exactly how I expected them to sell. I did find them at my local family thrift center outlet, so I did pay $2 for these. And when I picked them up, I expected them to sit for a little bit, maybe a couple months, and then sell right around that $20 to $25 mark, which is pretty much exactly what happened. I probably would not pay more than $5 for Soludos espadrilles, especially if they're plain. If they, you know, sometimes they do collab with other brands like Anthropologie, and they have like tassels, or they're a nicer fabric like a suede. I think these were just a canvas, yeah. But if they're like a suede, they have pom-poms or tassels, I might pay up to $10-ish. But typically I would like to say around that $5 mark for Soludos. So these did sell for $20. My earnings were $16. I paid $2, like I said, and my net profit was $14. Okay, next we have a bundle of 3 items. The first item is a Leo and Sage alpaca mohair blend cozy ruffle sweater. So I ordered this sweater from ThredUp, and I did so because of the fabric content. It has merino wool, mohair, and alpaca in it. Also because of the style, I thought the ruffle across the front was a really cute, kind of trendy look. The second item in the bundle was a J. Crew jeweled starburst wool blend sweater. I actually got this from Courtney over at Common Tags in the, what was it called? Reseller Holiday Mystery Swap Box, something like that. And this was a wool and rabbit hair blend. So again, we have that kind of nicer fabric content going on. And the third item in the bundle was a J. Crew cropped crew neck wool sweater in Fair Isle print. And so I mainly got this because it was a wool blend and because it was a Fair Isle print. Fair Isle prints from classic brands like J. Crew, Eddie Bauer, LL Bean, etc. are extremely popular at this time of year for me. They do really well. It doesn't matter if they're current, vintage pieces with Fair Isle prints sometimes do a little bit better than the more modern ones. It all depends. So the buyer bundled the 3 sweaters and I sent her an offer of $50. She did accept. My earnings were $40. I paid $8.50 for all 3 sweaters and my net profit was $31.50. So I'm definitely happy with that. This was a great bundle. 3 very nice sweaters that I hope she enjoys this fall and winter time. Next up we have Free People turtleneck split back long sleeve top. So this was another piece that I did source from ThredUp's online outlet. Free People waffle knit, basic turtlenecks, and really any basic / essential piece is a consistent bread and butter seller for me in the cooler weather months from Free People. So if it's like a waffle knit tunic or thermal, or this was a turtleneck in this case, they sell really well for me from Free People. They don't sell for a whole lot, but they definitely are consistent sellers. So that's why I did pick it up from ThredUp's outlet. So this did sell for $25 with discounted shipping. My earnings were $17.88. I paid $6.50 and my net profit was $11.38. Next we have a pair of Anthropologie Pilcrow and the letterpress cropped high-rise jeans. And these sold, I received an offer of $18. My earnings were $14.40. I did accept the offer. So I'm not sure what I paid for these. They were a part of a reseller mystery box, like the only one I've ever ordered from anyone. It wasn't that great of a box, honestly. I don't even remember who I ordered it from, and I don't remember what I paid. So I can't really tell you what I paid or my net profit, but I can tell you that I did have these for over a year and they had little to no interest. I think the small size, so they were a size 24, combined with the less popular style, they were super crop, not like an ankle crop, they were more like a capri. Was why they didn't sell. So I probably would not pick this style up from Pilcrow going forward. I have noticed a decline in the resale value of Pilcrow and the letterpress kind of across the board. I really only pick up very trendy styles like a high rise or a raw hem, or it has to have a very trendy style to it for me to pick up Pilcrow nowadays. Okay, so now we're getting into the better sale. So I think between this last sale and the next sale, I uploaded those 30 items that I told you about that were featured in my favorite thrift haul ever, my last thrift haul that I uploaded, and they start to sell. So first off, we have this Barefoot Dreams Bamboo Chic Light Calypso Drape Cardigan. This sold the same day that I listed it to a super sweet buyer. She was so sweet. I'm pretty sure she watches my videos. She left me a really nice comment, and it did sell for an amazing return on investment. So I sold this for $48. My earnings were $38.40. I picked this up for $5.85. My net profit was $32.55. So I'm always excited when I find Barefoot Dreams in excellent condition. I will continue to pick it up. I will say I've noticed the larger sizes sell for a little bit more, but across the board, the brand does keep its value very well. It doesn't retail for a whole lot, but you know, it does have a great resale value. Next up, we have a Zara Tiger graphic printed sweater. And this sold for $34. It was an offer. I accepted. My earnings were $27.20. I paid $5.85. You'll notice that for all of these newer pieces that I'm talking about that sold a little bit better, the price that I paid is the same, $5.85, because I just averaged it across the board what I paid. So it's not exactly what I paid for the item. It's just I took the price that I paid for everything and divided it by the number. So that came out to $5.85 for everything. So anyways, my net profit on this Zara sweater was $21.35. This did also sell the same day it was listed. And this was a more popular item from Zara. I kind of figured that when I found it at the thrift store, just because it was a novelty print. It had a tiger on it, and novelty prints do really well for me. And I'm always going to be on the hunt for blogger favorites from Zara. People definitely look for them, they pay up for them, and they sell very well. Next is a Johnny Was velvet embroidered button-up jacket top, and this sold for $100. I did receive an offer, again, same day it was listed. My earnings were $80. I did accept. I paid, once again, $5.85, so my net profit for this blouse or jacket top was $74.15. So I love Johnny Was. I'm going to continue picking it up. The larger sizes do amazing. This was a size extra large. It was a silk blend. It had the classic, beautiful embroidery. So it was, I was expecting it to do very well. Next, Anthropologie Moth Wool Blend Layered Sweater Top. And this, once again, sold same day. I grabbed this from the thrift store because it was new with tags, it was a wool blend, size large, it was in season, and it had a trendy style with the layered shirt sweater combo. So this had a whole lot going for it. All of those reasons combined were why I wanted to pick it up. I am a little bit pickier with the Anthropologie items. They do have to have a combination of things going for them in order to make them, you know, more desirable. And so yeah, this sold again same day. I received an offer of $40. I actually think she offered maybe like 30-ish, and we countered a couple times and we did decide on 40. The price on the tag was $98, so just under, you know, half of retail. I think that's a pretty good deal for it being new with tags. My earnings were $32. I paid $5.85, so my net profit was $26.15. Okay, next, a maxi floral crochet duster tie front cardigan. And same day sale, once again. I got this because it was a duster length. It was fully crochet, really beautiful. This whole kind of like granny crochet kind of stuff. Also, long line duster length cardigans do well for me. I just kind of knew it was a style that would do well based on previous sales. So I received an offer of $30, which I did accept. My earnings were $24. I paid, once again, $5.85, so my net profit was $18.15. Okay, this was a really fun sale. I was really happy with this. So this was Ruli Nepal handmade fall stitched cardigan. And we have yet another same day seller. This immediately got a whole lot of likes and attention as soon as I uploaded it. I did pick it up because it was a chunky knit cardigan, which do well. It had really fun fall colors. It felt really high quality, and it also had a little stamp on it that said it was handmade. So yeah, I was really impressed with the quality of this cardigan. It did sell for $45. My earnings were $36. I paid $5.85, so my net profit was $30.15. So that was awesome. I was really happy with that. Actually, a couple minutes ago, someone commented on this cardigan asking if I find another or if someone wants to sell it. Or I forget what she said, but basically she's interested in it. So, you know, it was a really popular style. People seem to really like it. Next, and the fun thing with this is it's good to know that this style was so popular. I don't think that this cardigan was popular because of the brand or anything like that. I think it was specifically because of the style. It was a chunky knit, the colors, it was high quality. And so if I find something like this cardigan in a vintage, as a vintage piece, I will pick it up. So I definitely do that with vintage items a lot. I will pick up the kind of vintage versions of pieces that sold really well for me that were, you know, maybe an actual brand or whatever. So next is I titled it Quirky Fun Patchwork Ruffle Button Down Top. And I found this at my local outlet for $2. I couldn't not get it, honestly. I picked it up simply because cute and quirky sells, unique sells, artsy sells, always. It does really well for me. And this was also a size large and it was in excellent condition. So I received an offer of $18. I accepted. My earnings were $14.40, making my net profit $12.40. So next we have a Club Monaco long line double chain button blazer. And this sold for $30. My earnings were $24. I paid $5.85 and my net profit was $18.15. So this is kind of a test pickup for me. I don't normally pick up Club Monaco. However, this was just a black essential blazer. It's a great staple workwear piece for someone. It's high quality and it did sell the day after I listed it. So I definitely would pick it up again at that $5 price point. Next is an Aqua Cozy Wool Blend Striped Knit Sweater. So that was the brand Aqua, not the color, obviously. I grabbed this from my local outlet because it was a size large. It was a wool blend. It was also neutral, but it did have kind of an interesting print to it with the gradient stripes. I think that kind of made it a little bit more trendy and elevated it a little bit. It was also in good condition. So I would not have paid up for this just because I don't think the brand warrants, I don't think it has a super high resale price or value. However, I did only pay $2 for this. It sold for $20. My earnings were $16, making my net profit $14. Okay, next we have a bundle of 5 items. The first item is a sweater from American Rag, size 0X boho fringe open knit sweater. And I grabbed this from my outlet for $2 purely based on the combo of style and size. So I would not have grabbed if it was a size small with the same style and vice versa. I wouldn't have picked it up if it was a size 0X but didn't have the fun fringe and colors, etc. It did actually also have 1% alpaca, which means that I can put the word alpaca in the description. I can say it's an alpaca blend, and that is a keyword. So if someone is searching for alpaca sweater, a lot of people really like that fabric. This sweater did come up in their search results because, you know, that word was in my description. So, you know, it's always good if you can have those searchable keywords in there that people are looking for. Second item in the bundle is a Love Linen J. Jill striped tunic popover size large. So I got this top because it was a size large, it was 100% linen, and it's J. Jill, which is a popular brand. So the combination of those 3 things make it marketable. Next, Madewell waffle stitch alpaca turtleneck sweater. I would have picked this sweater up in any size, because of the fabric content and style. So it was an alpaca blend, and thicker knit sweaters from Madewell in general do really well for me, any size really. Fourth item in the bundle was a Lafayette 148 Joplin silk blend velvet blouse. And I got this from the bins because I saw it as a great holiday piece. It's green velvet. And I also do like picking up a Lafayette 148 if it seems to be more of a current piece. I don't pick up the older stuff. And also if it has a good fabric content. So this blouse was a silk blend. And also if it's a good size and style. So as you can see, it definitely does depend on several different combinations of factors with Lafayette 148 for me to pick it up. And last item in the bundle was a soft surroundings linen blend tunic with velvet trim. So I've definitely been loving picking up soft surroundings recently. It's been doing really well. It's probably one of my most consistent sellers across the board, especially bigger sizes and more statement pieces. If they have like beading or embroidery, this did have a velvet trim. Anything with a little bit more interest has been selling really well for me from soft surroundings. So the buyer bundled all 5, and I did send her an offer of $95 with discounted shipping. She accepted. My earnings were $73 with 88 cents. I paid $13 for everything, making my net profit $60. Next we have Icebreaker merino wool quarter zip pullover. So I would love to find this brand more often. I really just don't come across it, and if I do, it usually has some small flaws. This did sell within a couple weeks of being listed. I received an offer of $40. I accepted. My earnings were $32. I found this in my local outlet, which was great, making my net profit $30 on this sweater. These pullovers and sweaters from the brand Icebreaker, they retail, some of them, for over $200. Even just the basic little quarter zip pullovers. It's kind of crazy, but they are very high quality. This is 100% merino wool, very soft, very cozy, very warm. Next we have an evening sparkle wrap tank by the brand Parker. I picked this up at my regular Goodwill. I was trying to try out the brand Parker. I wasn't really too familiar with it. This took about a year to sell, and I have experimented with the brand a little bit. I think I've concluded, in my opinion, that the dresses do best. I probably wouldn't pick up more basic styles from this brand again, like this was just a black tank. I'm going to stick to dresses probably for the Parker brand. So this ended up selling for $15, making my earnings $12. I did pay $5, so my net profit came out to $7. Next up, we have another piece that I listed from that haul that I was talking about. This is an Athleta space dye modal blend top with thumb holes. So once again, this sold the same day after being listed. I got this because it was a size large, it did have thumb holes, and it was in excellent condition. So Athleta, once again, sells really well for me. It's a very consistent seller, especially the more cozy pieces. If they're long sleeves, they have thumb holes, they're like a merino wool fabric or what have you. So I definitely would pick this style up again. It did sell for $28, making my earnings $22.40. I paid $5.85, and my net profit was $16.55 for this top. Next we have Ted Baker Cobalt Blue Barely There heels. And these sold for $35 with discounted shipping, making my earnings $25.88. I did pay $7 for these. I got these from my regularly priced Goodwill store, making my net profit $18.88. So the buyer actually, I sent an offer out on these, an offer to likers with discounted shipping, but she missed it. And so she just sent me a message asking if I could send it again, so I did. I feel like heels just in general aren't selling very quickly right now. A lot of people are staying at home. They're not really wearing heels to a lot of events. So I kind of just wanted to move these out. I'm happy with that profit. Then we have a Madewell wool blend harmonica snap pullover sweater. This sold for, okay, so the same thing happened with this sweater. The buyer actually missed the offer that I had sent out. She asked if I could send it again, so I did. I sent the $35 offer with discounted shipping. She accepted. My earnings were $25.88. I actually found this at my local outlet once again, so I did pay $2, making my net profit $23.88. I actually thought this sweater would sell a little bit quicker. It was listed for about 2 months. It was a trendy piece in good condition, so I'm happy with that profit. Next, we have a Free People Private Meadow Wool Blend Cropped Jacket. So I was super excited about this sale. It did sell for full price, full asking price of $65, only 2 days after being listed. So that's pretty remarkable for Free People. When I did find it, I kind of debated picking it up because I was thinking that it would sit for a little bit of time. A lot of my Free People stuff does. So this was a surprise. I was super happy with that. My earnings were $52. I did pay $5.85, so my net profit was $46.15 on this jacket. So that's awesome. Okay, second to last sale, we have a Helmut Lang V-neck linen blend essential sweater. And again, I thought this sweater would sit for a bit just because it was more basic, and Helmut Lang is not the fastest seller for me. I have sat on a lot of pieces from this brand before, but it did end up selling 2 days after being listed for $23, making my earnings $18.40. I did pay $5.85, so my net profit was $12.55. And lastly, we have a Barre Socks Soft Graphic Sweatshirt Jumper Sweater. This was just a random full price sale. I have probably had this for a year plus. I was super happy that it finally sold. I probably would pick up Barre graphic stuff in the future, even though this did take longer to sell. This was the only piece that I have picked up, like a graphic Barre piece that I picked up that did sit for a while. But yeah, it ended up selling for full price of $20. My earnings were $16. I did pay $2 for this, making my net profit $14. So that's it for my huge span of Thursday to Tuesday sales. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well as part 1, the ship with me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please feel free to leave me some feedback or comments, any questions you may have in the comments down below. I will try my best to respond to each and every one of you. Thank you guys again for watching. I will see y'all soon. Bye guys.